Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Fire Moon Tarot. I wanted to do a quick reading for this new moon in Gemini, and I can already really feel the energy infusing. It's always rough for me. I am definitely strongly affected by the waning phases before the new moon are really hard for me because I got some sage going. So I'm going to where you are, even though the sage isn't with you, I'm going to set the intention that while you watch this reading, you're going to be cleansed of any negative energy and you're going to be receptive. If you don't sage, you definitely need to. Well, this sucker, smoke. Just be careful. Always make sure, look up how to sage safely with your smudge stick, and make sure you have a window open to let the negative energy out. And just kind of, it reminded me because, when I'm saging, I set, I ask that negative energy to please leave. And I always set my intention on what I will replace it, peace, harmony, love, whatever vibe that you want in your environment. It's good to go through and sage. You don't want to get too excessive about it, but sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'll just do a quick sage. I try to definitely, around the new moon, do a full house sage. And you can look up videos on that. I won't go. I'm going to put this out before, but just make sure you look it up how to do safely. I want to, if you're not familiar with what the significance of the new moon is, basically it's a time to set your intentions for the month until the full moon comes. I like to write down 3 or 5 things. You don't want to make it a laundry list of things where it gets overcomplicated, but just kind of really sit down and take a few minutes if you can be quiet, and just write down a few things, that you really want to, that you want to manifest in your life and grow. If you want to work on your relationship, you want to be more loving, you want to, be more organized, it's okay to be specific, but just kind of keep it simple because it's just going to be something that you write down. And keep that piece of paper. Hey, C, how you feeling on this new moon in Gemini? I'm just feeling really, all day I've just felt silly at work. My clients are like, wow, you're just really energetic. And I'm like, yeah, because I finally just feel that release of the, so, before the new moon, I'm kind of thinking about the past a little bit. And boy, this thing's really smoking. Good. It must mean it really needs it. I hope you're feeling this cleansing where you are, see, and it's okay to look back and reflect. The moon is the time to really, try to focus on what you want to do to, I'm doing very well. Again, I feel really energized and just real positive. I've kind of worked through some of the issues, of past regrets or, frustrations and stuff. And I've really, really excited about, setting the intentions. And the funny thing is that whether you believe in this or not, I mean, you could unintentionally set negative things for the month. Like sometimes if you think, wow, I've just been in a funk lately, or I've had a string of bad luck. But if on a new moon, if you're in a negative energy, like I'm just always going to be broke and I'm just going to always be this or that. And then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy that happens. So, try to take time to, write down a few things. And what I like to do is I like to, on a full moon, I like to go outside. Even if if it's cloudy, you can't see it, the power's still there. It's still significant. And just kind of read over the list and say, so be it. And I like to burn it, safely. Again, just be real safe. Don't, start a forest fire or burn yourself. But I like to kind of burn the list as a significant of things that I'm letting go and things that I'm moving on with. And I just find it to be powerful. So I've pulled some additional guidance from us from Keepers of the Light. I pulled a card from that and from Goddess Guidance and a Romance Angel. Man, that sage is just going to town. Negative energy be gone. But don't burn. Negative energy be gone. I want my house to be gone, though. I'll put it over here. There's a... And you don't have to like smoke out the whole house when you sage, you can just kind of go through. I just keep the windows open and it clears out pretty quickly. If you don't care for the smell, it clears out pretty quickly. and it's safe for pets and everything. But I'm going to pull 3 cards, and this is a new spread for me, but I really am excited about it. The first card is, what do you want to let go of or fade out in your life? That's the first card. The second card is going to be, you know, give you some insight into what, how did they word it? What idea is growing within me, or what, maybe guidance into what you want to manifest till the full moon and beyond. It's not just till the full moon, but just, this is a really good time to start something, exercise program, anything that you wanted to start. Now the universe has your back in that. So you that journey, that new journey of eating healthy, of maybe you want to walk your dog every morning, meditate every day, stop eating, fast food. I mean, the list goes on, but you get the idea. And the third card, it's what can I commit to going forward? So basically, what do you need to fade out? What idea is growing within you? And then what can I commit to? Or so just, 3 cards. I mean, if I feel a different energy, I'll announce, but 3 cards, please, for this new moon. The new moon's in Gemini too, and I looked that up because I don't want to claim to be an expert in that, but I was curious, and it talked about, this is the halfway through the year, and think about those resolutions. I'm not a huge fan of resolutions, but maybe some things that look back on like, oh man, I really wanted to start that the new year, and I didn't. Now's the time again, and the Gemini is going to be even extra energizing, and I feel it. And I felt it even before I read that. So I just confirmed it. And, use that energy for the positive to clean out the old and start the new. And it's just going to be it's a great start to the summer. 2 more. And I'm really curious. And I'm not going to read reversals in this one. So if it comes up reversed. How's things going with your Sagittarius? Hi, Strawberry. We were just talking about the new moon. And I'm doing a 3-card spread for the new moon. Basically the first card is about, giving us some guidance on what we probably want to release, let go of. And the second card is going to give us some insight into, what maybe those new intentions should be, or what, ideas may be going on inside of us. And then third card is going to kind of be an advice card on how we can move forward in that. So let's see what these, the first card is the Sun. Second card is the Knight of Swords. And the third card is the Emperor. I don't know if I'm going to read the bottom energy of the deck, but, it's 2 of Swords. It's about, having some choices and curious, the moon is a crescent here. I'm not sure if it's a waning or waxing, but, moving forward with the decision to, set your intentions. And I love this because with the first card is Major Arcana here. We have the Sun. And this position is about what we need to let go of or release. But this is definitely a card of optimism. It's about illumination. So I'm just gonna go with what I'm feeling. And this is a time where light is being shed on everything. And with the sun, there's nothing hidden. And, there's growth. I mean, without the sun, we would all die. And this is a beautiful card of, again, being optimism and cheery. And I feel that today. And just, take this time to, the regrets that you have and the mistakes that you've made, the light's been shined on it. And now it's about taking action to change those. And you have the power to do that. So really, I wonder if that was your energy, see, about, now I have one that came back from the past. I have to make a choice. This is about choices. So maybe this picked up on your energy. You were the first one in here. So, take that as, take this time of, feeling, the clarity. That's another thing about this. Can represent Leo, fire signs. Just thought I would announce that, but, write down those things. And this next card is about what we need to, So Knight of Swords. I'm just going to take this as, swords represent our, our mental, our thoughts, and knights are definitely about movement, but knights can also represent the fire energy of having the passion, having the energy, and that's next to the sun. So you have the clarity, the illumination, the light's been shined on, light bulb moment, all those energies going on, and now it's time to use your sword of truth and take action and have the passion to cut things out of your life that don't serve you, to speak your truth. To this also can represent air energies. And we have Strawberry in here, and she's a Libra. So, and I like this. I mean, these two together are beautiful. It's like, you have the clarity, you have the whenever the sun's there, things grow, and everybody's just optimistic, and now it's time to move forward. And again, we're focusing on letting go and cutting out the things that don't serve us, and also speaking your truth. And I love that. And then it leads us to the Emperor. So we have two major arcana here. I pulled 3 cards and 2 major arcana came up. So the Emperor, this can represent Aries. Just thought I would announce. But it's basically, about having the, wisdom, the authority, and knowing the battle. He's got the armor underneath there. He's not wanting to fight, but he will fight for what he believes in, and he will take charge of his life. Spirit just told me, take charge of your life. You have the sun here to help you to take charge and cut things out of your life that do not serve you, and speak your truth and use that energy to just have the authority. The Emperor, I mean, he's the top, he's in charge of his life. He's been through the battles and he's earned that title, and people come to him for wisdom. Sometimes it can be looked at as someone who's a little cold and standoffish, and it's okay to move forward with your truth and cut things out, but don't get a little too arrogant and cold, and stay in communication, because again, the sun's here to cause growth in your life. So write down those intentions and read them every day in your meditations, and then when the full moon comes, read them off. If you choose to burn it, I like to burn it as a symbol. You don't have to. You can just destroy it, bury it if you want to bury it in the earth somewhere. But just let's see what our advice cards is. This is the Keepers of the Light. We have the White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So, work on letting go of those wounds, speaking your truth if you need to. Maybe that's going to be something on your list, to talk to that person. If they're not receptive and they're dragging you down, maybe you need to, not to sound harsh when I say cut them out of your life, but, you have to let go of negative energies and holding on to patterns. It's interesting. It says family wound or pattern can be healed now. So patterns, habits, set your intentions to make better choices and have better habits, Very nice. Let's see what our goddess guidance is. We have Isis, but we have 2 past life things going on here about lineage, and Isis always shows up about past life. This is going to be also speaking about soulmate relationships, about karma. Karma isn't always a bad thing. I know a lot of people use karma as a bitch and this and that, and that's true. I mean, it is, but karma isn't just always the negative. It's twofold. It's positive. Good things coming your way. Today's the day to plant seeds too. You can't grow. Something doesn't grow unless it's buried. I just got that from Spirit. You have to plant the seeds you want, but you also have to bury the things that are holding you back, and set your intentions and plant good seed. And Isis is here. The situation involves past life memories, and we have lineage, and we have letting go of family wounds, and set your intentions to just sow good seed. And our romance angel is you deserve love. You are lovable. I always think of Aries when I see this too. That's just me. I'm not saying that's what it means. I thought I would announce that. I didn't really pick up on any signs in the other cards, but you deserve love, but love doesn't just come to you. You have to love. You have to send out what you want. You set your intentions, plant the seed, you know, also receive and believe that it's coming to you. The sun's here. This is a beautiful card of you know, of hope too, because we know the sun's going to come up every day and give us life. And sometimes in Michigan, we don't always get to see it. It's behind the clouds, but it's still there and it's still giving us life. And you deserve love. So really good reading. And I hope that when it comes time for the full moon, I'll definitely do a full moon reading, and maybe I'll read off my intentions and kind of do some reflection also moving forward about the progress. But definitely it's about releasing and setting the intentions and taking action. I mean, a knight takes action. I put it back here. A knight takes action. And I always think of the emperor. At one point he was a knight because he's got the red cloak, which is the wisdom, and I see yellow here I see the illumination, but he's got the armor underneath. He's got armor underneath. So at one time, he took the action, and he's not afraid to do it again. If he will fight for what he believes in, and he will fight for he's an honorable person. And I always love it when the emperor and a knight shows up, especially the Knight of Swords, because I always think that this is what it took for him to get to this. So it's all about a process. It's a journey, and I'm going to get going because I am going to have a wonderful evening with my boyfriend and his son. And I hope you guys have a really good day. Thank you for joining me again. And I hope that I see you guys Thursday for the weekend reading. And I'll probably have more time then to answer some questions because I'd like to see what's going on with you guys. And love and light to everyone.